The aspect of the software that I couldn't show you earlier, which is the Instructor Lessons, actually takes the student on a self-guided, kind of self-paced tour of how to do this. So now when I press play here, let's see what happens. Hopefully you're picking that up. Now I have my electric bass, so you might say, well, that's great. I've got a little bit of a drum beat, albeit a little clunky. Let's go around, and again, that's only my computer and the audio. It's not the software itself. If I go around now to beat 1 and I click on bass, it says E, and that's an E minor. And if I F sharp, G, A. So if I say, you know what, I want an E, I'll start it in E. And let's hear what happens when I press play. Get the idea. So now if I want E on beat 1 and G on beat 3, then I would just simply click here until I get to my G. And now when I press play, I should have E on beat 1 and G on beat 3. All right, you get the idea. And now on the outer circle, I have my rock-wah guitar. Let's hear when I put E minor riff here and G minor riff here. Let's see what happens. Oh, and I get a number of different riffs on each. I can do 4 riffs in E minor, 4 riffs in G minor, and so on. So let's hear. Again, it's a little jittery, but you get the idea. Okay, so now if I scroll down a little, or if you, I don't know if you can see the bottom, but if you'll scroll down on your meeting window, at the very bottom of the screen down here, you'll see what looks like almost a Scrabble scoring or battleship pegs. The top bar, it says bar, and then there's number 1, and you'll see that there's a yellow circle on the 1. That means these are actually measures. So as many as you have, there are 32 measures in each line. You can have up to 64 measures in each song. So if I now click on the second circle and unclick the first one, I'm now in measure 2, and you'll see that I have a blank wheel. And so now I can start on measure 2. So what I'm going to do now is stop sharing my desktop, and I'm going to turn the controls back over to my Macintosh computer and see if there are any questions. Any questions at all so far? Hold on. I have to actually change my audio as well. If you did ask a question, please lower your hand and ask it again. All right. So I don't know which one of you has questions. If you can just check at the bottom of the participant window, if it says lower hands, please everyone click lower hand right now. And then if you were the one with the question, you can re-ask it. Anyone with a question? All right, so I'll assume that means no, and I'm going to turn control back over to my, actually, before I do that, let's talk briefly about some of the different functionality that you can do with the software. So I'm going to go change my role back over to presenter. Actually, there's a question. Maybe not. It was Jason. I'm going to go back to my other computer now. And I am now the presenter. Yes, so I'm going to share with you my desktop and get back into the software. All right, so what the heck do all the other buttons do? So we'll start out, we already know, by the way, what this stuff up here does, the rock-wah. Now, if you click on the little white dot, okay, that actually blanks it out. It makes it go away, meaning that you can mute the part. So, for example, if I go back to my first measure, it's easier to show you there. If I click on that, it makes it go away, the little tiny white dot, all right? if I want to erase the whole thing. This is good for, I'll show you exactly what it's good for. If this is measure 1 and you're happy with it and you'd like to copy it into measure 2, here's how you do it. At the bottom of the screen, you're going to click on measure 2, which is right there, and then over here it says rock, wah, guitar, electric bass, percussion, drum kit, and bar. If you wanted to, the easiest way is to copy the bar, and the C means copy. So if you're in measure 2, you click on measure 2, you unclick measure 1, and you hit paste. And when you click on paste, it puts in everything that was in measure 1 into measure 2. There is no, Command C, Command P. You have to use these buttons, copy and paste, but they're labeled pretty clearly. It says copy and paste. What you can do now is then, the reason you would use these little buttons here by the rock, wah, guitar is, let's say that in measure 2 you didn't want this bass line. So what I would do is immediately blank it out, start fresh, and then maybe create an A here, for example. So let's go up to A. And then maybe down here I want to do B. You understand? So now in the measure 1 I have E, G, and now it's going to be A, B. Now when I play measures 1 and 2 together, let's see what happens. I click play. I hope that makes sense to you. What you can do then is add more and more measures onto it. And I'm sorry that I can't show you the O generator tutorials or the learning exercises because the videos take you step by step creating a song. However, I have had the opportunity to show you what these buttons up here do and what these buttons down here do, copy and paste. So let's go up here. You can save tunes and open tunes, so that when the student is working on their computer and has a piece that they really like, they can click on Save, and let me just show you what that looks like. When I click Save, great, it's the demo, but you can name the song, and then if you were to click on Open Tune, you get to that folder, and you can open the previous work that you've been saving on. If you want to, you can save it as a new name rather than rewriting over the old one, and this is great for like a version, so you might want to on one day you write this song, the next day you add to it, but maybe you want to save it as a different version. You do that with Save as a New Tune. And Record Tune actually converts your O generator into a WAV file. It's going to tell me I can't do that because it's a demo version, but if you click Record Tune, it actually exports it as an audio file, which you can then bring into GarageBand or Mixcraft, or any other software program that accepts audio files. So this is a great add-on to something like GarageBand and Mixcraft, and I'll get to a curricular kind of idea momentarily. Underneath this, there's a help and print, so if you want to print out what your slides look like, if you have multiple measures, it prints out multiple pages. Then under here is pan, so you can actually do some panning. If you click on this dot and bring it over here, now the rock wah guitar will come out of the left speaker, and the bass will come out of the right, depending on where you pan those. But pretty straight ahead how to do that. The last little things over here, there's a play and pause, which I showed you. A bar restart makes the playhead go back to the very beginning. Metronome is currently off. If you wanted to, you can click it, and then you have a solid metronome clicking throughout your piece. There's also the selector menu. If I do that, it probably will tell me I have a demo version. You go back to the main menu, so I'm able to do that. So again, we watch videos, tutorials. Instructor Lessons is step-by-step instructions on how to create a song. Loading a song is if you've already made one and want to open it up. Creating your own tune is what I basically showed you a little bit of. And then to listen to the tunes, they have some pre-made ones. This is really helpful. These are all kind of what I would consider demo files. And what that means is if you want to hear, let's listen to The City Never Sleeps. Anybody remember that ad campaign for Citibank? Now, this is an actual piece that somebody already composed. It's kind of a demo song. And when I click on play, the point of showing you these demo songs is that if you look at the bottom, this is a 12-measure song. It's going to keep on looping. There is a tempo indicator, so if you wanted to speed it up and slow it down, you can. So on the demo, when you're playing other demo pieces, they won't let you do that. But it shows you that you can actually make some pretty cool-sounding music. I'll go back here and listen to maybe a different song just to give you another aspect of it. Let's Shooting the Breeze. And here we go. All right, so you get an idea of what learning to compose is all about. And again, like I said, hinted at a little earlier, from a curricular standpoint, the way I would use this is the first foray into having your students starting to create their own loops if they don't know how to read music. So if you were to say to kids in GarageBand, make your own loops, it might be a little bit difficult. They may not have keyboard skills. This makes it really kind of ensures their success, in my opinion, and you're actually getting creative material from them, because to make something sound good in this, you really need to work at it. And again, all that you would have to do to get it into GarageBand is click on Record Tune. It exports as an audio file. You drag it to your desktop, and then in either Mixcraft or GarageBand, you import that audio, and you start working from there. So at this time, I'm going to get out of the desktop sharing, and I am going to take presentation controls back. And here we go. I'm going to switch the audio on my computer, and I'd like to see if anyone has any questions. All right, so Julie Mills has a question. Julie, you are unmuted. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm just wanting to double check. When I look at the top right corner of the screen and see the instruments that you've selected,
Yep.
Is there any way in the following measures to change those instruments, or are you stuck with the instruments you selected at the beginning?
Excellent question. I'm actually going to do that right now. Yes, so you can, no, the answer is no.
Okay.
So what you would need to do is open up a different piece. At least from what I can see, or when I'm clicking on it right now, I'm not able to change the instrument, so you have to do that at the very beginning.
Okay, thank you.
Great, thanks. Any other questions? All right, so getting back to my desktop on the Mac, and now I'm back in the Mac world. We've gone through all these different things, I believe. Let's see. We did learning to compose and a quick tour of the software, the Instructor Lessons, and creating our own tune. And now we're going to get into the brand new title from OGenerator, which is OGenerator World Music. And this is, I think, the only one of its kind that helps students learn about world music and at the same time create new pieces in that genre. So at this time, I'm going to switch over and I'm going to start up OGenerator Learn World Music. And when you buy the software, again, this is a $79 software title. Hold on.